Welcome. My name is Don Jalbert. I'm president and owner of Exhibit Associates, and welcome to Selfie Stick Sunday. And today, if you've been following our social media, I'm going to talk about the 4 rules of trade shows. And that's it. We just have 4 rules, and it's nice and easy. I'm going to kind of do the Andy Warhol thing here, and I'm going to read them, so I apologize. And the 4 rules of trade shows. 1, tell people you are going. That is most important. That is one of the most important things you can do. Let your clients know. Let your vendors know. New clients, existing clients. Exhibit with a plan. I will talk about that later. Just don't show up. Just don't stand there. There has to be a plan. It's not a complicated thing to do. And again, we can help you out with this. Our team here at Exhibit Associates is very knowledgeable of trade shows and what to do. This is the single most important thing to do. Follow up. If you're not going to follow up, don't go. Don't exhibit. Don't buy a booth. Don't come talk to me. But if you want to get the most out of your trade show, you've got to follow up with a plan. And the plan for follow-up has to be before the trade show begins. So bear with me here, folks. And number 4, stand out. And that's where Exhibit Associates and our team, our designers, come in. So what does that mean? So I've got 4 rules. I've got to tell people I'm going. I've got to exhibit with a plan. I need to follow up, and I need to stand out. So here are the 4 rules. And again, you can go online. There'll be a link associated with this video on SlideShare, associated with LinkedIn, and you'll be able to see this slide deck. And it's not a big slide deck. Number 1, tell people you're going. Social media, social media, social media. On Twitter, there is a hashtag associated with the trade show you're going. Find it, utilize it, tell people your booth number, tell people you're going. Interact with others who are going to the trade show. Interact with the host of the trade show. So if it's an electrical organization or it's an ophthalmology association and they say, hey, only 20 days to go or only 30 days to go, tweet back, hey, ophthalmology association, we're real excited. We're going to be there. We're going to be at booth 12, and put the hashtag, put your hashtag, put your website, make people going. Now, use the Twitter hashtag. Put it up on Google+. Google is the #1 search engine. So use your Google Plus page to tell people you're going to the trade show for SEO purposes. So people will find you and Google will find you. They love it. And of course, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is probably all your clients are on LinkedIn. All your buyers are on LinkedIn. Let them know you're going. Put it on your company LinkedIn page. And for your sales team, make sure your sales team is hitting it too. They have to be actively engaged as well on their Twitter feeds and on their LinkedIn page and on the company Facebook page. Put it on the company Facebook page. Put you're going, just because everybody's going to do that. And not everybody's going to do it. If you do it, you'll be ahead of the game. Trust me. Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn, your company Facebook page. And then direct mail. Prospective clients, current clients. Please don't forget your current clients. If you got a current client that's only 100 miles from the trade show location and you tell them you're going, you can get a meeting. And of course, tried and true phone calls. Have your sales team say, hey, we're going to go to IQ. Hey, we're going to go to CES, SHOT Show. We're going to be there. We're going to NAB. We're going to the Digital Sign Expo. Let them know that you're going. Phone calls are always good. Exhibit with a plan. This isn't difficult. Talking points shared. Subject matter experts identified. Who are the subject matter experts? If someone comes in asking about a pump that can handle so much PSI of water, wastewater, make sure if you're a pump manufacturer that you know who the subject matter expert is. So Bob is subject matter expert for pumps, for wastewater, for clean water, it's Steve. Just make sure the SMEs are identified, the subject matter experts. And rules, no food in the booth, have limited time on the phone, make sure your phones are powered up, make sure you have rules, make sure that you don't go in, you don't leave, you're always facing the floor, you know, you're not congregating as a team. I love it when I see a competitor's company, a competitor of mine, their client, sitting at a table eating Subway sandwiches while clients are going by. I'm like, wait a minute, don't do that. Don't eat Subway sandwiches or Penn Station or Firehouse. Don't eat those sandwiches in the trade show booth. and have the schedule. Schedule. Who's going to be there opening? Who's going to be there all the way to 4 o'clock on the last day? Who will be there? Make sure you have that schedule in, and make sure you don't close down early. If it's the trade show is open to 4, your guys are standing there, your gals are standing there at 4 o'clock, at 3:59, ready to do business. Yes, the last few hours of a trade show are death. I get it. I understand. But what if? What if that potential new client comes walking by? Or what if your client from 100 miles away is late and he shows up and he sees everybody just screwing around? Make sure your team also exhibit with a plan. It's not just a trade show floor. Every trade show has events. Who's going to what event? So you don't have to go to the golf outing. I love golf. I'll go golf. But really, it's the networking. It's the larger parties, the gold sponsors putting something on. Go. Make sure your people are going, because if your clients are going and you're not there, who are they talking to? Your competition. So make sure you have a trade show event schedule assignment before you go, before the Monday, on Thursday, on Wednesday, before the trade show. Say, Sue, you're going to be Monday night along with Steve. Steve, you and Bob are Tuesday night. The breakfast on Wednesday, it'll be myself and Mary. Whatever. Come up with the trade show event schedule assignments. That's where your clients are going to be as well. And again, you're not there, your competition will be there. Follow-up, and this is these rules are really important, so thank you for staying with me so far. This is going pretty long. Follow-up, number 3, follow-up. Leads, scan the badges. They're wearing a badge, they expect it. Can I scan you? Business card keeper with notes. When you get a business card, you make quick notes on it. Maybe you have a small pad of paper that you are supposed to put the notes on, staple it together, and give it to the keeper. There should be someone in the booth assigned for business cards. Who's got business cards? Get them, put them in a centralized location, and make sure your sales team puts their initials or name on the card so we know who spoke with them. That's so important. And then also, before the show, have the post-trade show schedule. We collect 100 business cards. We have these 50 leads. So this is what's going to happen. Day 1, marketing email. Day 1, postcard, letter, phone call on day 5, phone call on day 10. And if possible, make the appointment on the trade show floor. Everybody's got their calendar on their phone. Let me say that again. Everybody has their calendar on their phone. Hey, you want to talk about the new pump? You want to talk about the new screen? You want to talk about the new widget? Whatever your widget is. You want to talk about it? Great. Let's make a schedule right now. Because that person coming in your booth wants to do business with somebody. Make the schedule while you're on the trade show floor. That is so important. And then it's your sales team follow-up, phone calls. But have a game plan. Okay, day 1, email. Day 1, postcards. Day 3, a letter. Day 4, personal email. Day 5, phone call. Have a game plan. Whatever it is, do it before the trade show. So when you're handing out the assignments of what event you'll be at, say, okay, day 1, we're going to do this. Day 2, we're going to do this. Day 3, we're going to do this. That's the follow-up. So you're going to use direct mail, you're going to use marketing emails, and you're going to set appointments, and you're going to make phone calls, and you're going to schedule that all beforehand. Rule number 4, stand out. Rule number 4, stand out. Look and represent like the company you are. If you're a billion-dollar company, your booth should reflect your company's branding, your standards, and your culture. If your culture is not to be this overwhelming 40 by 40 island, great. Do a 20-foot inline, but make sure your company is represented well. I know a company, they're the number 1 in their industry. They go to the number 1 trade show, and you know what? They have a 20-foot inline booth, and they are the industry leader. It's not and it may sound strange, but you need to represent the kind of company you are. Now, I have a client, they're huge. They have big booths. They have large booths. We've done double-decker booths because you want to have those meetings. I mean, we've had companies that are $18 billion companies, and they have a booth that looks like they're $18 billion companies, so that's really good. But look and represent like the company you are. Make sure your graphics are current. Make sure your graphics are current. Make sure your graphics are current. And then colors, lights, and interaction. How are you going to interact with your the attendees? What is your is it fidget spinners? Please don't say that. Is it a power cord for someone to stand by and charge up their phone while you're talking to them? Is it a kind of an interactive game? And I would say keep that down, because who's your buyer? If your buyer is millennials, if your target is under 30, have something that looks like it's for under 30s. If your target is a 55-year-old senior buyer, have something that reflects that they may be interested in. And that's important for that interaction. I mean, your colors should all be blended, all should make sense with your brand, and the lights should be drawing people in, and then you should have interaction. And also, if you really want to stand out, put extra padding in your booth. The padding is cheap. Go with 2 layers of padding underneath the carpet. People will walk on there and go, "Oh, my feet's so good." And if it's a 3-day, 4-day trade show, your own people will love you for it. Have a charging station. That's so important. Everybody has them. They're not special, but you don't want to be the one booth. And it doesn't have to be that big. You can get them on Amazon. We sell them. We sell really nice ones. We can put a table in your booth that is really cool, that's lit with LEDs and has charging stations in it, but have power so people can charge up, and not, oh, let me get a cord from behind the booth. No, something that is there, not your centerpiece, but is there. Oh, you're low on, hey, we got charging if you want to get some food. And then your people. Make sure you have subject matter experts in there. They're not all marketing people. Nothing against marketing people. Make sure there's a process. If someone comes in and they ask about X, this is what happens. If they ask about Y, this is what happens. Make sure everybody's on the same page. But that booth, everything should look perfect 15 minutes prior to opening. It should be exactly what you, the trade show manager, you, the director of marketing, you, the chief marketing officer, and you, the business owner, want exactly on the trade show, that opening trade show. So, I've gone way long, and this is my longest selfie stick Sunday ever. Thank you.